to another episode of Rio Hondo College's Meet the Staff of El Paisano News. I'm your broadcasting news director, Eric Munoz, and I'm here with
Alex Rodriguez.
And I'm here today to introduce you to our staff to kind of give you an idea of what it's like to be a journalist here at El Paisano News. Now, I'd like to ask you a few questions. I hope that's okay.
That's okay, brother.
All right, sounds good. Now, in the vein of tradition, our first question is always the same, and it starts off with, what high school did you go to?
4 different high schools. You want to end up with?
I mean, like,
with?
Okay, so give us a crash course on all your high schools.
When first came from Mexico too, I gotta say that. To be a freshman right at Royal High School located in Omani. Then I moved to Baldwin Park, then I went to Sierra Vista High School. Then after I went to Baldwin Park High School, then I went to Omani High School. That's when I graduated from.
Okay, now were you did you get in trouble a lot and that's why you had to move, or were you just
trouble was everywhere.
Oh, I feel it.
So it was just kind of like we always lived like in apartments, so
yeah.
It was always kind of like that thing. We always gotta move around, you know. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So nothing was stable, but yeah, I was not a troublemaker.
Right. So what was high school like for you?
It was tough because I didn't know English.
Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't know English, bro. They came me out with a Casey and an essay in English. What the hell, bro? The first time I did it, I did it in Spanish.
Really?
The whole thing, brother.
The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. And then after, I started picking it. I mean, what did it for me was, people would make fun of my accent a lot and would make fun of just, that I couldn't speak English. So I just bought my own dictionary in Spanish and started practicing it. And still to this day, 24/7. That led me to want to become a writer today.
So you read a Spanish to English dictionary?
Yeah, I constructed my own sentences.
And taught yourself English.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I went music, lyrics, The Simpsons, TV shows, everything you can think of, trying to practice even though I sounded even some words to this day, but it's all good, that's why I'm a Mexican.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was rough, but it was I think I love college better.
Yeah, college is a lot. Well, let's talk about college. So did you go to college right out of high school?
Yeah, right out of high school, 2010 I graduated, came fall, and then spring 2011, and then my heart stopped beating, man. I wanted to go to school, it wasn't there no more. So I left school for almost came back in 2015 again, and I came back really because I went in jail and then all these bad things, brother.
Yeah.
And when I was in there, I was like, man, I'm going back to school.
Yeah, school's a lot better than jail, so.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And then I came back and had a 1.8, then now I got a 3.5. So I think I like college better.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's so awesome. So what made you said you fell in love with the English language because you had to teach yourself.
Yeah. It was just the wordplay.
Yeah, for sure.
How can you make you can say the same thing in whole different ways.
Right.
And it's still paint a picture. And if you give it so much details, you can paint a picture without even having a picture.
So what made you go into journalism specifically?
I grew up in a neighborhood with poverty and then fatherlessness and then penitentiary chances and it's all the things that are bad and nobody talks about them. They rather talk about news that already are out there, just making them go more viral. I want to bring you news that snap, that's really? Brenda had on the baby?
Damn.
And she threw it in the trash can? You know what I mean? Cindy's 22-year-old who lives by the dope track, she used to be fat, now she's skinny, she's smoking dope. Her paycheck comes from the welfare, she spends it on dope, her baby's you know what I mean? That type of stuff.
Yeah, so what was, since we're kind of talking about an intense subject, I don't want to say favorite, but what was kind of the most impactful story that you've contributed to here at El Paisano?
Well, I'll say that I haven't, that my stuff hasn't been like that, but I would say one time, I would say I got jumped. I had two of my chains stolen and a watch, and it was just for being out after dark, and then these guys were older, and I kind of it was a lot because I feel it was it just happened to me, and then it was just the fact that damn, man, people can kill you for jealousy and envy.
Did you write about that story?
Yeah, I wrote about that. I took a picture of myself with they had rust knuckles. I was really beat up. It was September 22. It was on my birthday, brother.
Wow.
That's on my birthday. Now that I remember, bro.
That's so unfortunate, man.
I was going to the store. Yeah, bro. I was going to the store too. I should have known better, bro. I was man, it's Friday. I feel good. They're not big of a chain, so I think I can walk outside, but it's just dark and man, I got shiny. You didn't get that guy.
Wow.
But it's just
That's so unfortunate. So, I mean, just to bring it back to maybe a lighter note, we all enjoy your presence here in the newsroom.
I appreciate
Could you kind of tell us what it was like when you first got into the El Paisano newsroom?
I didn't even know what I was getting into, right? Now I know about the deadlines and all that. Hey, you don't mess around with the deadlines.
No, you don't mess around with deadlines. Deadlines is life.
That taught me to always like if I have something to do the next week, have it done this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't procrastinate, don't wait. Especially now that we at the end of the semester, that applies for a lot of our students that were like just contemplating at the books, like, I gotta study, but I don't know when. And just get to it, you know? Right. And that really taught me that, because then when I saw to it, that deadline was no joke. It was when I was like, whoa, I really gotta like. I mean, I always been like punctual, but the deadline was like, whoa, the deadline is like not 1 second afterwards. Like, you have to meet it. And I mean, you have to go and want to be a professional. I mean, you have to meet these requirements, you know. And it's like good skills that you pick up along the way. I feel so like Miss Carrera is like an excellent teacher for that. Like, I've learned a lot, you know, like even photojournalism. That's something I never even taught I taught myself I was going to be like learning about, because I always thought like, oh, I'm a writer, I don't take no pictures. But then now I'm like, man, you take 7 pictures, can tell 1,000 words.
Hey, man, you're definitely right about that. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you for talking to me.
Appreciate that.
And if you're interested in a career in journalism, come on down to B112, where El Paisano News is located. We want to talk to you. My name is Eric Munoz.
Alex Rodriguez.
This has been another episode of Meet the Staff. Tune in next time.